With groceries skyrocketing all across America, it only makes sense to try to find a different alternative. We don't even know what they're putting in the food nowadays. I'm here at CMP Meats in London, Kentucky. We're going to talk about a healthier alternative than the peak stuff that you're buying at the grocery stores.
Hey, I appreciate you coming in here. And let me give you a refrigerator magnet. It has all of our information, how to get a hold of us. It has an online menu. You can order online, but you won't pay online because we don't want to get your card compromised. It also has all the pricing on there. I try to keep it up to date. Of course, we deal in fresh meat, so sometimes it's hard to keep it up to date, because prices change a lot. Anyway, if you see a post from us on Facebook, we're either giving you away or giving you something free, or it's a deal that you can't pass up. So I just don't put on there that I'm on vacation so people can come rob my house. So anyway, keep that. But We Will Survive special. It's a great special. I mean, it's kind of a smorgasbord of things that people like to eat. Bacon. I mean, who doesn't like bacon? Right. We got chicken. You have your choice of tender's breast or boneless, skinless thighs, and you can mix and match them. You get 5 of those individually vacuum packed. We have 20 pork tenderloins, center cut, boneless. That's 5 4-packs. And then we have 10 1-pound packs of ground chuck, which is a 90% lean product. And one thing a lot of people don't understand is when you vacuum pack meat, it'll go from a red color to a darker color. Okay, now how you know it's fresh is when you take it home, open it up, let oxygen hit the myoglobins, it'll glow the myoglobins red again. Now, that'll tell you if you have fresh meat. Now, if you have meat that's not so fresh and you open it up and it still stays brown, but it's red on the outside, that's probably some kind of doctored meat, like carbon monoxide or a polyacrylamide copolymer or a red dye or something like that. So that's a true sign. That's a giveaway. It's normal for it to turn dark like that because we deplete the oxygen out of it. If you take care of the temperature, we take care of the oxygen. We don't use any kind of fillers, no polyacrylamide copolymer, no soy bioprotein additives, no pink slime, no injections, none of that junk. Pink slime was a term that was used several years back before COVID. It's actually made from you take the carcass of an animal and you take a acid and you wash that carcass to get every little bit of gelatin, every single tendon, everything off of it. And then you mix it with a chemical, and then you grind and mix it together, and it comes out, it looks like soft serve ice cream. Now, it's still in all the big box store burger, okay? Or I shouldn't say all, I should say a huge percentage of, and the big box stores. It's still made today. The lobbyists got the rules changed on pink slime. So now to be in compliance, all you have to do is have the box that's stamped FTLB, which stands for finely textured lean beef. Now that doesn't sound as bad as pink slime. Pink slime sounds a lot worse than that, but they paid a lot of money to get that all changed, just change the mindset of the American public, because once the whistleblower, which was actually a USDA agent that worked for the agency, he found out that his kids were being served those hamburger patties in California at a public school, and then it wasn't good enough for his grandkids. I'm sorry, it wasn't his kids, it was his grandkids. So that's when he blew the whistle. Well, they came out and said, it's okay for you, but that name's still bad. So you don't even see the boxes at big box stores. But as long as it comes in and says FTLB, they are in compliance. They don't have to disclose that to you. That finely textured lean beef, whatever that is in that. Same with there's certain nuggets, chicken nuggets. That's the same thing as pink slime, but on the chicken side. It's what we call blown chicken. So they blow all the cartilage and everything off the bone, so you don't miss anything. And then you put a chemical in it, and then you blow it back together, and then you form it, and then you make it a chicken nugget, and that's how it works. Um, I don't, I wouldn't say it's very healthy for you. Uh, I don't know. Here we just grow food just like God intended. Absolutely, and we're not mixing millions of cows together to make ground beef, because the way the USDA considers a label of ground beef is anything that could be ground on a cow is called ground beef. We don't even sell ground beef. We don't sell hamburger. We only sell ground chuck, ground sirloin, ground round, specific muscles. And if you go somewhere, that's what I would suggest for you to do as well, uh, just so you know what you're eating. If you don't know, then you could be eating all kinds of crazy stuff.
You're actually saying that you could get a pack of hamburger meat from, say, Walmart, and it could potentially have 20 different cows in there.
It could potentially have a million different cows, but I hate to use competitors' names, because if that's what they do and that's how they make their money, let them be like that. But I like to sleep good at night. And not only that, but you don't know what all the other is that's mixed into it besides that. So with ours, ground chuck is the shoulder of the cow. We just grind the shoulder, and that's ground chuck. Pretty simple. I mean, we just try to keep it simple here. It's as simple as it can be. But anyway, it's a great deal. I'm looking right now to maybe try to lower the price on it to help the community out a little bit. Everybody's a little tight right now. That's why I have those Wagyu burgers at $8.99 a pound, as opposed to $32.50 a pound, so the community can try it. And I will tell you one more thing. Look for hanger steaks this spring. I'm going to release some hanger steaks, and that's something that you just don't see anywhere. I'm going to make it affordable so the community can at least try that, because there's only one per beef. So you got to collect them. You got to save them up. And most of the time you never see them because they all go to my house. But this year, since I've was in a hospital a while, we've collected a lot. We're going to release a lot, and we're going to try to get everybody in the community to at least try it. And you'll see, you'll throw rocks at filet mignon when you get these hanger steaks. So we try to carry a lot of different stuff here. I mean, everything from alligator tail to we even have churned butter. I just got it back in. By the way, I just got the churned butter back in from the Mennonites. So yeah, yeah, we'll take care of them. Yeah, $4.99 out of a $5 bill. Thanks, sir. Thank you. And if you want a reference on our meats, you could probably ask that guy. He usually comes about 4 times a week.
Well, I've noticed since I've been coming here, it seems like I see the same faces coming in and out.
Oh yeah, and a lot of people know each other. They go to church together, or they keep in touch over the internet, and they share information. A lot of people are starting to try to look to eat healthier these days, and the only way you can do that is share real-time information. And you got to do research. Research takes a while, but this is what I do for a living. So, I try to do hours worth of research every day on my business, new things, new products, who's doing what. I get all the recalls from the USDA, and I get reports from them. So, it's going to be an interesting market coming up, with especially Venezuela in the mix now. So, I try to keep up with the market. My whole premise here is the highest quality at a fair price. So I'm kind of like the Levi jeans effect. You can buy a pair of Levi jeans. It's a fair price, and you'll have the same pair, unless you get overweight, 20 years from now. But you can go buy a pair of designer jeans. It costs $175, and in 2 months the zipper's tore out of it, or has a rip in it. I mean, so you just if you do everything for the right reason, it'll all come to you tenfold. So I'm trying to make this a community-based place. I try to get the community involved in it. I try to get the community to make decisions for me, because they're my customers, they're my clients. So that's who I need to listen to, not myself. Everybody that walks that door is my boss. I mean, I don't have a boss except for everybody that walks that door. So I have more bosses than anybody that you can name. But I will tell you this: I have the best clients that money can buy because they're just good people, and the reason why is because bad people don't eat good meat. Real simple. I mean, they'll scrape up enough money to go to a local restaurant and buy. I don't even know how much it costs because we don't eat there. My kids have never eaten there, but I'm sure it's not much because it's not even meat. And buy a quarter pounder with cheese. That could be at any restaurant, but you know, uh, and so instead of buying good meat and taking care of themselves, I just don't see those people. I mean,
Honestly, before I got a 4-year-old son,
yeah,
and before he was born, I just didn't really know a lot about being healthy or a lot about like healthier alternatives to food. But
listen,
he's kind of a picky eater. My daughter's kind of a picky eater, so we started trying to find the healthier things that they can eat without always getting a Happy Meal or
right?
fast food.
Kids will make you change your world because you'll do anything for your children. That's as simple as that. You know, I started off with 4 girls, and I'll never forget they pulled a prank on me and painted my toenails while I was asleep on my recliner, and they did it with this like translucent uh, toenail stuff that had hearts in it during Valentine's Day. And this is a true story. I was playing ball with Jeff Shepard and Stacy and Reed and all them up at the church, and one of them stepped down on my foot, and it felt like Fred Flintstone. So they take my shoe off, and Jeff looks at me, and goes, "Nice toenails." And I thought, oh my goodness gracious! So kids will make you change your world. It'll make you change your habits, bad habits, good habits. Kids will make you change your diet. Um, Nowadays, kids even make a lot of the decisions. When I was younger, your parents made the decisions. Nowadays, I don't know why society's turned that way, but most of the time nowadays, kids are the ones that make the decisions.
Yeah, parents asking kids, what do you guys want to eat?
That's it. That's exactly right. And you wouldn't believe how many kids come in here just because my wife, Penny, is an archaeologist and paleontologist, and they want to talk about rocks. Well, she gives them a little rock collection, gets them started, and you just wouldn't believe how many of those kids keep coming back. And they want to come here. They want to get their meat here. Their mom and dad shopping while the kid's busy. So they're not in their hair and saying, I want this, I want that, pulling things off the shelf. They're over talking to my wife about rocks. So it's kind of a nice gesture as well, the way that she takes care of those children. But, my quality control people here are my children. If it's good enough for my children, it's good enough for the Queen of England. And I've always said that. And if somebody packs something that works for me, and and it's not up to my standards, I go back there and say, which one of you don't like my kids? I got this package, and you don't like my kids because I wouldn't feed this to my kids.
You could be very well taking that same back home yourself.
Absolutely. So, and but on the other hand, if you buy a whole beef and you get an extra pack of T-bone in there, it's probably an end cut, and we're just giving it to you. It'll eat, but it's not something I want to sell you. I want to give it to you. I don't want to sell it to you. And it all comes back around. It all comes back around. So I love my customers. I had a lot of people praying for me while I was in the hospital, and I can't repay that. I mean, that's what brought me through. So we're back and we're ready to rock and roll, and hope you like your special, and we're going to be making some more specials. I've got a couple of other ones coming out, so pay attention to Facebook, and if you see me on Facebook, I'm either giving it away or you're saving a lot of money. I'm not telling you about my own unborn child and talking to me in the womb. I'm just not doing that. I'm not telling you I'm on vacation, please come rob my house. It's to save you money and with a quality product. I mean, if it's not quality, I don't want it in here. And we carry a lot of local products. We have Wildcat Mountain Cheese. That's a local product. We have the butter. That's a local product. Fred King has his kettle corn in here. Cassie has her candles. Sylvia has her goat soap. Those are all London people. So we try to support our local economy to keep it all going and have a good time doing it. I mean, if you're going to do something, you might as well have a good time doing it. That's the way I look at it.
I talked last week about sometimes neighborhoods now, neighbors don't even communicate like
Oh
they
yeah.
used to. They kind of isolate themselves from each other because
Not here. We have a John bench and John chairs where you can just come in and sit down.
kind of like Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, you can come in and sit down and just jaw.
Yeah.
And you do get some older people that don't have
Back.
lost their wife or their husband, and just want to come in and talk for a little bit to somebody. And that's okay. I mean, listen up. They have my undivided attention. If they want to know the answer, just ask me the question. If I don't know the answer, I have resources to get the answer through because I've dealt with every USDA, FDA, EPA, and every other government and I don't have a problem with any of them. One of my biggest feathers in my cap is our local health inspector buys all his meat from right here. So, hey, that's pretty good right there. you know. And we have our Wall of Fame where a lot of people's come here that you recognize. So you come in and I've fed a lot of people. I mean, heck, I fed the vice president.
J.D. Vance?
No, Pence of all people.
Oh, Mike Pence.
Yeah, yeah. I'll not comment anymore about that. Don't like to get into politics too much. But anyway, yeah, if you want it fresh, we can cut it fresh any size you want. You can call ahead. We can have it ready for you. We won't take your credit card when you order online. Just don't want to get it compromised. And if you don't see it, ask for it. I usually have access to about anything you want. I mean, I have found the most obscure stuff for people over the years, and it's turned into actually great products. The beef tallow is a great product. I mean, we source that now, and it's a triple microfiltered product. We sell a lot of it, and just healthy. It's healthier for you. I mean, it's just all common sense. Just make it simple. That's all you have to do. When you're trying to complicate things so much, or if a man tries to mix things in test tubes, it usually blows up on them. But if you let God lead the way and just trust in those green beans you grow in your garden, you saw them grow. That corn, you saw it grow. These animals, you've seen them come up. So you know what it is. It's not a bunch of culls all scraped together and a million of them in a pile, and then you get a piece of this one, a piece of that. So you don't know what you're getting. So anyway, we just try to keep it simple. Have a lot of fun doing it. Yeah. No chemicals. No, we don't do any chemicals. No, our preservation is refrigeration. And I'll tell people, if you're going to buy it fresh, we don't use any bone retardant. We don't use any of the chemicals at all. So if you don't use it within 2 days of the vacuum pack, you got to freeze it. But most people stop here or come through our drive-through and don't even get out of the car because they've been here so many times. They know what we have, and they pick it up that way. And just on the way home, they pick up what they're going to have for dinner.
Makes it very convenient.
Yeah, it makes it majorly convenient, and that's just the way we do it. We try to treat people like we want to be treated. It's a pretty simple, kindness costs nothing. And if you want to come in here and be one of those knuckleheads, I'll just give you a map to Walmart because it's just right across the street, and you don't have to buy your meat here. So I really don't have those people. I have great customers, and my customers look out for each other, and a lot of them meet up in here, and they're friends forever. And because they have something in common, they all want to eat clean. They all want to be healthy. They all want to get back to the way it used to be. Yes, teach their kids, right. I mean, these Happy Meals are getting out of hand. And
they used to say you are what you eat, and you don't hear that as much anymore, but the things that we put in
still the same thing. Still the same thing. You are what you eat. And you are what you put in your body. You are that person. So you surround. My dad used to always say, you lay in a ditch with a dog that has fleas, you will get fleas. And that's just as simple as it is. And as long as you keep it simple like that, your kids will understand. And it's really about the kids. I mean, that's really, you got to look out for the kids. And the kids, you ask.
What the parents bring home is what the kids want to eat.
That's right.
Go buy a bunch of garbage and they're going to eat.
Constantly, And then you wonder why obesity's through the roof, or all these childhood diseases that I've never heard of when I was a kid is all coming about. Hopefully RFK will straighten a lot of this stuff out and teach people the right from wrong. And that's
It's headed in the right direction.
it's headed in the right direction.
At least people's talking about it.
That's right. At least there's conversation about it. And once you start a conversation about it, it's just like you coming in here talking to me. You're not doing that just for your health. You're not doing that because nobody wants to hear it. You're doing that because, hey, that's what people want, and they know they can come in here and ask me anything. I'll take the time with anybody and answer their questions. I'm not going to blow them off, or I'm not going to close the door at 6 o'clock if you're sitting in my parking lot on the phone. I'm going to leave it open till you come in, and same when I get here in the mornings. I just unlock the door when I get here. It doesn't, if it's before 10, the door's unlocked. Come on in, and that's the way it should be. I've seen it too many times where you go up to the door and it's like 1 minute till on your phone and they're locking it right in your face. Sorry, we closed. And I just never want to be that person.
Yeah, 'cause it could be you.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And you may need that battery or whatever it is, But yeah, everybody's gotten too much of a hurry these days, and it's a yesterday world. And it just needs to be a today world. So we're CMP Quality Meats. We're located at 1501 and a half West 5th Street, right next to Frisch's in London, Kentucky. We're open every day except for Sunday and Monday. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Our number's really easy to remember. It's 864-MEAT, MEAT. So call us. Have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Even if it's about anything to do with meat, it doesn't have to necessarily be my meat. You can ask me any question you want. Just make sure you want to know the answer before I give it to you. A lot of people will ask the question, then all of a sudden they think about it and they go, I don't know if I want to know that or not. So I'm looking forward to spring. Every day is one day closer to spring. So we'll pick up during the spring and the summer, and everybody grills out. Yeah, we got seafood. We got everything. Alligator tail. We have all kinds of seafood. We have the best. Yeah, our catfish is double your money back guarantee after you eat it. All you have to do is come in and say you didn't like it, and we'll give you twice your money back with no questions asked. Nah, where are you going to beat that? Cass Walker's? Too late. He's dead. He's gone. He's a good guy when he was around, but he's not around anymore. And then my wife does all kinds of salves on the other side for skin conditions. So all made out of natural products: beef tallow, frankincense, myrrh, castor oils, lemongrass oil. I mean, stuff that comes from the earth, and it will work. You don't have to buy chemicals to make things work. That just causes, for every action, there's a reaction equal to or greater than the action. So just stick to natural. It's real simple.
Mother Nature take care of you.
That's it. God will take care of you. That's as simple as it is. Yep. So anyway, I better get back to work before they fire me.
All right. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
That